The engine did not scream when it failed. It simply went quiet, as if the sky itself had decided it was done. Speaking, the old bush plane dipped once, then again, the wings trembling like tired hands below. Was Alaska in winter, an endless white that erased distance and mercy at the same time. No roads, no lights, no second chances. Yethan coal had flown over this land for more than 40 years. Mail runs, medical drops, fuel for villages that did not exist on maps most Americans had ever seen. 8 winters had bent his spine, but not his will, and as the plane dropped through the frozen air, he did what pilots like him always did. He aimed for survival. And then there was only the wind. Thon did not die on impact. The cold had other plans. He crawled from the wreckage, dragging one useless leg, his breath already burning, his gloves gone, his fingers stiffening into shapes he could not control. Behind him, another body moved, slow, older, aching in ways only time can teach. Bear, his retired sled dog, white muzzle, clouded eyes, hips that clicked when he walked. Bear had not pulled a sled in years, but he had never stopped watching Ethan, never stopped listening to his breathing, never stopped matching his heartbeat. The storm came fast, as storms always do in Alaska. One moment silence, the next moment the world tearing itself apart. Ethan collapsed beside the plane, snow filling his mouth, his chest tightening, his thoughts blurring into memories. He thought of a hangar radio playing old country songs, of a woman who had once waited for him, of hands wrapped around coffee mugs on mornings that felt warm. Forever ago he thought of Burr, the dog pressed against his chest, curled his body around the place where Ethan still breathed. Dogs do not understand hypothermia, but they understand heat. They understand staying. They understand not leaving. The night stretched into something endless, stars sharp as knives above the storm clouds, wind howling like it was counting something. Ethan faded in and out, each breath a negotiation, each moment thinner than the last. At some point his hand stopped moving. At some point Bear realized something was wrong. Dog lifted his head, sniffed the air, and made a decision older than instinct. Bear stood, his legs shook, pain shot through joints that had long ago asked for rest. He licked Ethan's face once, then turned toward the dark. The snow swallowed him. Almost immediately, miles away, a small ranger station sat half buried in drifts. One radio, one pot of burnt coffee, one young ranger named Luke, who hated night shifts. Luke was watching the wind, wondering why anyone chose to live out here. That was when he heard scratching, soft at first, then desperate. He opened the door and saw a shape collapse against the threshold. A dog, old, bleeding from the pads, ice locked into his further. Dog tried to stand, failed, and pushed one paw forward. Then another. Luke did not hesitate. He grabbed a blanket, radioed for help, and followed the paw prints. The trail led into nothing, then into everything's. No dark wind silence that pressed against the ears. The rescue helicopter lifted before dawn, lights cutting through the white like knives. They found the wreckage by accident or fate or something that does not have a name. Ethan was still alive. Barely. Bear was not there. They flew Ethan out, wrapped in heat machines, breathing for him, voices shouting numbers that meant hope. Back at the station, Bear slept for 2 days, his body finally allowing the pain to arrive. When Ethan woke weeks later, his first word was not a question, it was a name: Bear. They brought the dog in on a stretcher, old, thin, but alive. Ethan cried then. Quiet, ashamed, grateful. Spring came slowly as it always does. The plane wreck disappeared, the snow erased the scars, as if none of it had happened. But some things do not disappear, then never flew again. Bear never walked far. They sat together on a porch, overlooking a frozen river, to survivors bound not by strength, but by refusal. When Bear died, he did it the same way he had lived, pressed close, quiet, unmoving. Ethan buried him under a birch tree, hands shaking, heart full. That winter, when the storms returned, Ethan swore he could still hear paws in the snow, because love does not end when breath does. It waits, it remembers, it stays. And somewhere in Alaska, the wind still tells the story of a dog who would not let the cold win.